Hi, Sagittarius. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cross watchers are welcome. Today, I'm going to ask my spirit guides what you don't see coming. What is going on around you for love? What's coming towards you? Any connections that you may be in that might be moving forward or changing in some way. So let's see what Spirit has for you. Take with you what connects to you. Leave the rest for everybody else. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's been newly guided here. Excuse me. And Spirit, please share with me for my Sagittarius. What is it that you have for us? What is it that you want us to know at this time? I am listening for you now. I have bonding. Okay. Wow. It just came into me as almost this feeling of one special evening changes everything. That's all it took. It was this kind of special, magical, enchanted, maybe I feel like it was so romantic. But I just feel like your life changed. I feel like you feel that I think I just met my person. It was as simple as we went out for drinks, but it lasted for hours and we talked forever and it was so enjoyable. And I don't know, we just clicked against all odds. Maybe this is the connection that is going to last. You know, the person who stays by your side, the person who's in it all the way. I have deception. I'm used to the snakes. I'm used to being deceived. I can't handle being deceived again. Please protect me, Spirit. Please help me through that fate. I feel like you have somebody that is either coming into your life or has just come into your life that all it took was one night. It was one night, first date, okay, that I immediately feel like you were put in my life for a reason. This is just too easy. It just clicks. It just seems we just hit it off. And that's the best way for me to say it. There's still hope for those of you that are single and really looking. Don't give up hope. You know, you haven't had this magical night yet. It doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It just hasn't come in yet. And don't worry about the snakes out there. Of course, there's a lot of snakes out there, but there's also a lot of really good. There's also, a lot of love out there. As much as you're looking for somebody to be with, there's someone out there looking for you to be with you. So there's a lot of love out there. So we don't give up hope. Spirit, please share with me. I have a king of swords. I have a 3 of swords. I have a 4 of wands. And I have a 2 of cups. So, of course, we are all afraid of, they're saying surviving a broken heart. We all survive a broken heart. I mean, we get up, we pick ourselves back up again. I don't know anybody who hasn't had a broken heart in their lifetime. I mean, for the most part, even if sometimes you have a crush on somebody and they don't want to be with you and it breaks your heart. So we all have that. But I feel like this king has, is almost like determined to, they're saying, release their energy into the universe and trust. And maybe you surrender. Maybe you surrender to whatever Spirit has for me. I can't do it by myself anymore. And I trust that Spirit will bring the person that I do have this kind of instant connection with, that it feels good, it feels right, it's a magical energy. And it can be as simple as we just can talk about anything. We're interested in the same topics. We enjoy each other's company, but this looks like it's going to be so much more. This looks like a future together. This looks like a future commitment. And it looks like it from day one. I really want to say it that way, you know, and there are people that once you start dating them, some people never break up. They don't go back and forth and have crazy. They stay together. They go from that one date to we see each other more. We want to be together. We go through all these kind of paces of a relationship and stages of a relationship. This is a forever love, Spirit saying. So for those of you that want that kind of true, lasting connection, they're ready to bring this into your life. How gorgeous. How beautiful. I have a 7 of Pentacles. I have an Emperor. I have a Page of Cups. And I have a 2 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles came into me as you working on yourself. You investing in yourself. Maybe you've made some changes recently. I've lost weight. I've been, I don't know, changed my hair. I have changed my job. I have been, you know, just working on something else in my life. And maybe you have been investing in it's like an investment in yourself is how I feel. So some of those changes are starting to show, and maybe somebody's taking notice of it. The Emperor feels really strong to me as well. I feel that this Emperor could be with anybody, is how I feel. I feel like they probably date people. They probably go out with a lot of people. Maybe they buy drinks for different people. You know, they go out with them once, but maybe they never want to see them again because there wasn't anything there. My husband used to call it one and done. You see them once and you never want to see them again. And it's a feeling of, but there's something different about you. And I do want to see you again because I felt that you kind of sparked something in me, that first connection. And I feel, you know, whether you call it a crush or friendship, or I enjoyed our company, I want to see you again. I feel like this person it's gonna start to shift pretty quickly. I feel like it is a little bit of a time to celebrate. I feel like you're probably going to get on the phone to whoever you gossip with, your sister, your best friend, you know, somebody, and you're going to say, I just had the best date. I can't believe it. I mean, I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to get too excited just yet, but I just met the greatest person and I really had a good time. And I just can't wait to tell people. I do feel that sudden shift. I do feel this, what did I say a minute ago? You know, one magical evening changes everything. And, you know, so this shift, the shift of energy, for whatever reason, this person crossed your path and now, you know, we're going to start something new. It feels really awesome. It does. So for those of you that are looking for new love, this is your reading. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you want us to know about this connection? Spirit just said, we don't want to date everybody. Yeah, we might offer somebody, you know, let's see, you know, let's go out for a drink. Let's buy a cup of coffee. Can I buy you lunch? And then you sit there and you feel like you're pulling teeth, or you realize you don't have that much in common, or you realize that this person has a lot of baggage, or their life is way, way too complicated for you to get involved in. Like, I'm not getting involved in this. You know, you're not even divorced yet. You're separated, but you still share the same house with your person. You know, like, I'm not interested. So, you know, you sit down and you talk to somebody and all of a sudden the red flags go up, right? So it's nice when you sit down and you talk to someone and you're like, okay, I like that they answered that question right. You know, this is going good. Next question, you know, checklist, right? So it's nice when it goes right. A spiritual awakening. I feel like I'm having an epiphany. I feel like I am being enlightened. I'm having a rebirth. I got to tell you, when you do fall in love, it is like a spiritual awakening. It's two souls connecting. It is, the grass is greener, the sky is bluer. You know, I never heard the birds before. Is that a bird? You know, so all of a sudden everything is heightened, everything is magnified, and it's just a magical time in your life. And it does feel like an awakening of your soul, and that's beautiful. I have intuition. Trust your intuition. Listen to your intuition. If your intuition is saying, I feel safe with this person, I am enjoying my energy when I'm with this person. I always say be very much aware of the energy when you're with that person. Like, not just what you look like, what they look like, what they're saying, what they do for work. Try to see if you can actually tap into what their energy is. Okay, I feel the vibration between us. I can feel your presence when you're with me. My hands just tingled when I said that. So they want you to work on that. They want you to feel that energy. Spirit, please share with me. I have a text message. Get ready for a call. Somebody is ready to communicate. Somebody is ready to reach out. Maybe it's to schedule this date. Maybe it's after the date, they say, I had a great time. I want to see you again. When can I see you again? You know, I wanted the night to last forever. I had a great time. And I'm really excited that I met you. So here we go, right? I feel like we're going on this big road trip and packing the car with a big cooler and fun stuff and snacks, all kinds of fun stuff. Good stuff happening. I have the Hierophant. I have a Page of Pentacles. I have a Four of Swords. And I have a Three of Wands. There's a little bit of a feeling of a surrender with the Four of Swords and the Hierophant, that maybe both of you talk about it, that maybe you're both tired of searching. You know, it's the two people that have been doing online dating forever. And they just meet, they have like war stories, and they just talk about all these crazy people out there. And I feel like you both just have surrendered to, you know what, I got to keep putting in the effort to meet the right person. I can't keep giving up. And that's why you keep showing up to meet new people. But I feel like you surrendered to the process of just dating and meeting people. So I feel like that's part of your story. I also like the Page of Pentacles because I like just the newness of a page, any page. It's optimistic, it's hopeful, it's excitement. I mean, this looks like a little puppy. This is Toto and Alice in Wonder. Not Alice in Wonder, Wizard of Oz. This is Toto. And I mean, Toto is a happy puppy, right? Toto just kind of skips along with everybody else and just kind of, you know, hangs out with everybody. But it's optimistic, it's exciting. And then, of course, the Three of Wands. And I actually love this card because see how they're big chess pieces. And then the grass has like this kind of, I don't know if you can see it. The grass has like this checkerboard pattern. So it's always about, you know, what's the next move? And we can play games and somebody can not make a move and have a great night out and then you never hear from them again, or they delay it and you're like, well, I thought we had a great time and then I never heard from this person, or I don't hear from them for weeks and then they come out of the woodwork saying, hey, do you want to go out again? It's like, really? You can't be that into me if it took you 3 weeks to want to see me again. So, you know, nobody wants those games. But that Three of Wands tells us that not only are they thinking about you, they're thinking about taking action. They are, what's my next move? They call or they drop you, you know, you get in the car, you drive home, and they had said to you, please text me when you get home safe. And you text them and you say, thank you for a beautiful evening. I'm home safe. And they go, okay, great. I want to see you again. You know, so it's that kind of a feeling. It's this continuation to be continued. Like, I am not going to drop the ball on you. I am not going to, Ace of Wands at the bottom of my deck. Oh, wave your magic wand. Thank you, Spirit. Just sometimes it feels so magical, doesn't it? It's, for those of you that watch me, I believe in fairy tales. I believe that everybody should be happy. I believe that we all have the ability to fall in love, and that there's somebody out there that loves somebody, there's somebody for each of us. The Ace of Wands comes in and tells me that this is going to be magical, and we are going to be passionate for each other, and we are going to be there for each other, inspire each other, and a little bit of that wow factor also. But wave your magic wand. How beautiful. Spirit, loving messages. What is it that you have for us today? What is it that you need us to hear? All right. There's something you're not telling me. All right. Be honest with me. Tell me everything. I feel more that it's nothing to hide, Spirit just said, but I feel like it's a conversation about just be open and honest with me. There's nothing you can't tell me. It's the are you telling me everything conversation. And some people hold back, they'll hold back about money. They'll hold back. They don't want to talk about their exes on the first few dates. But, you start to get into a relationship. And I think there's at some point you share some of those stories. I think you have to be in a healthy relationship. But I think that we have a conversation about don't be afraid to tell me anything. It's not going to scare me away. I've blocked my feelings. I feel like I want to say I have blocked my feelings in the past. Maybe, like I said, the war stories of dating. I didn't think I was going to fall in love again. I just keep meeting people that there's no way. There's no way. It's not going anywhere. And, at some point you start to tell yourself like it's never going to happen, but it is going to happen. You just haven't met the right one. And there's a lot more no's than there are yes. So you got to remember those no's will get you closer to that yes. I feel like I can't communicate. There's a part of me that says, I'm almost afraid to share my feelings, because you start out with somebody and you go into these kind of deep feelings in the beginning, and then poof, it goes away. And you're like, why did I spill my guts to that person? So take your time with how much you're going to invest in somebody in the beginning. Don't spend all kinds of time with somebody on text messages and tell them your whole life story and pour out your vulnerability on a text message communication affair. Don't do that. Wait until this person is worthy and deserving of knowing who you are. They have to invest some time into you and energy into you to give that away. Could this be forever? Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like this magic wand, the magic wand is saying, yes, yes. I don't know how to say it. I'm afraid to trust again. I'm struggling with, I just keep meeting the wrong people. It's nothing about you. I think you're great, but I just keep getting burnt over and over again. Are you allowed to say that to somebody? Yes. I think for the right person, I think that's an honest thing to say. I think that if somebody who's really interested in you and you guys are both sharing your how you feel about just dating people or meeting new people, I think that that's fair and honest. The timing is off, but I want you. Okay. I'm not sure what the timing issue could be, but maybe it's, I'm going away for business next week and I'm not going to be able to see you until I come back. Okay, but at least I know. At least I know that you're not going to just not call me for 2 weeks because you're away on business. Okay, so, as long as people communicate, there's nothing worse than not knowing where you stand with somebody. That you thought that you had a good night, you thought that you had fun, and then it just ends. That is the worst. So, but I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling the opposite. I'm feeling like I want to get this thing going. And what did they say? You know, one evening changes everything. And then they're saying this is a forever love. So here we go. I'm hurting. I'm still hurt. I hurt from somebody else. You know, hey, I think a lot of us have. This feels too good to be true. That is the truth. When somebody real comes into your life and it's actually working, the first thing you do is you doubt it. The first thing you do is you question what gives. When is this going to be taken away from me? When is it going to blow up? But it doesn't always blow up. And this is one of those relationships that from the moment that you meet, whatever this first evening is, you guys stay together and you go through all of the paces of sharing your life together and even sharing a lifetime together. So that's what I want you to look at. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good and honest and vulnerable. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. How beautiful. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, comment below, claim it, own it, it's yours. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, check out my website at kathymamolenspsychicmedium.com. Also, check out my other 2 YouTube channels, my Pick a Card channel, my Twin Flame, and my Soulmate channel, and I'll put the links in the description and in the comments. I hope you enjoyed your reading today. I hope this is an enchanted evening for all of you, and we will ask Spirit to guide you to this love now. We'll see you soon.